Hey, welcome to Wine Wednesday. It's another fabulous day in paradise. We are doing a couple wines today. Matanzas Creek, or should I say Matanzas Creek, Chenin Blanc. It's really a lovely wine, and Chenin Blanc is trending right now, and we're trying to stay on top of the trends as much as we can. Anyway, I'm going to let Jill talk about it. It has, what did she say earlier to me? She said, it has an illustrious history.
It does. It does. So Matanzas Creek was started in 1977 by a socialite named Sylvia McClaver. And she started it with Mary Edwards, of all people. Mary Edwards was the first winemaker. And most of you, if you do know wine, know that Mary Edwards, of course, now has her own winery, her own label, and is considered one of the top winemakers and people in the wine business.
I have a question.
Yes.
You said Mary Edwards was the first winemaker of the world?
No. Did I say that? Yeah. Did I say of the world?
No.
Oh.
I'm saying the first female winemaker of
Matanzas Creek.
Of Matanzas Creek.
Which is named actually after the creek where the vineyards are. There is a creek called Matanzas Creek. So Mary Edwards was there from, the first vintage was in 1980, and Mary Edwards was there until David Ramey took over in 1989. Another amazing storied winemaker who now makes some of the best wines in California, has his own winery under his name. So there's a Mary Edwards winery, a David Ramey winery. They started off with their Sauvignon Blanc. They were known for Sauvignon Blanc. Bright, acidic, wonderful. This is fairly new, the Chenin, because after the Sauvignon Blanc, they did Merlot, and Merlot was done with the Petrus clone, that famous Merlot from France, like one of the most expensive Merlots in the world. So this is fairly new, the Chenin Blanc. So after David Ramey left to do his own winery, a young woman from Chile took over as the winemaker, and she's the one who introduced the Chenin Blanc. Also, what's interesting is it was sold, and it was sold to the Kendall Jackson Group, the umbrella. But they have left it alone. They just really input money, but they've owned it for quite a while. But Matanzas Creek is known as one of the best wineries. Go visit it. They have lavender fields up there. It's in Sonoma. It's absolutely beautiful. They pick this early, so it'll stay soft and have nice acidity. So this is picked earlier than most Chenins, and this is definitely worth coming and having a glass of.
Absolutely.
This is perfect for the summer.
It's only 11.5% alcohol, so it's another one that you could drink the whole bottle. Anyway, so great, stay with us.
Great wine.
We're doing a rosé, the rosé that I just bought for summer. I bought it all out because it was so good. The
Chateau Rutas.
Rutas. We'll be right back.
I'm teaching him. He's learning.
Thanks for staying with us. Do you remember where we are? I don't remember where we are. We're back with the Rutas. It's from Provence, which most of you know Provence wines. Rosés are just like the best, until we find another best. Yeah. But this, as I understand it, comes from a little higher elevation than most of the other grapes in Provence, which gives it a little more, oomph. I don't know. What would you call it?
Well, acidity, brightness, color, a bunch of stuff.
What she said. Well, tell them about this.
Okay. So this comes from Verrois de Provence. So Provence is the big region. Verrois is the smaller region within Provence. So this smaller inward province in Provence is higher up, as he said, which gives it all of that. They also pick the grapes very early in the morning to preserve the acidity, the little bit of sugar, but it's not sweet, it is dry. The color, because when the sun comes up, it takes a lot of that away. This was started by a Frenchman back in 1992, and now is bought by a very influential, rich Scottish family named the Murrays, and they still own it to this day. One of their first winemakers was the winemaker of Domaine Ott, and some people do know Domaine Ott, which is a great rosé maker as well. This wine is delicious, does really well everywhere. It is mostly Sancerre. That's the grape. Rosés are usually blends. Sometimes they're all Pinot Noir. They can do that too, but in Provence, it's usually a blend. So it's Sancerre, it's a little bit of Grenache, and it is Syrah. So those three make up the blend.
Mm-hmm.
So it has some richness, good acidity. This would go with everything. This would go with. Tell them, what do you think this would go with so well?
Well, we've just put on we've just had 2 weeks of it as a special because it was so popular. Our botanical garden salad. It is tricolor peppers, mushrooms, corn, peas, pan sautéed, and then put over romaine lettuce. And the dressing on that is the juices from the vegetables that have been sautéed. So it's a warm salad, and you could put a protein on it, but you don't need it. It's delicious the way it is. And both this and the Chenin Blanc, both would, because of the acidicness, both would work extremely well with that salad.
Which is going to stay on the menu now.
Yeah.
It's been so popular.
If you haven't tried it, come up and try it. It's delicious. Anyway, cheers. Thanks
See
for
you soon.
watching. Yeah.